Speaking of, when you're out there and you're facing a bowler in your very first series, you had a Wakar Yunus bouncer that, flew into your face. There was blood all over your shirt. Your nose was broken. Did you ever feel that, I'm not cut out for cricket at this level or the international level and the demands and pressures of it?
The only time I felt, I questioned myself. I thought, do you actually belong here or not? And that was after the first test. I scored 15 runs and I was absolutely clueless. I mean, everything is sort of a blur. I don't even remember anything, just few things I remember. Normally I remember most of the things, wherever I've batted, the way I've got out or the way I've played a particular shot, I would remember. But that is one match which I don't remember quite so well. And I felt that, do I actually belong here or I need to go back and play a Ranji Trophy? I was just hoping for another opportunity, and the second test match when I was picked, in the time in between that we got, I had spoken to a lot of players, and the general opinion was that you sort of were looking to play shots of each and every ball, and then you need to just sort of back off a bit, be more selective, spend time, and everything will fall into its place. The second test match when I scored 58 or 59 runs, I thought, yes, I belong here.
And you've never felt that way again after that, you always felt then after that you belong right there. And
yes, there was.
There's
after
never been
that,
a period of doubt.
So after that, there was just one occasion where I again felt whether I'd be able to play again or not, and that was when during my tennis elbow injury. I tried everything, and the last option was to get operated. And after that, after getting operated, it was not healing at the rate I would have liked. Obviously, it was
Slow.
the progress was according to how it's meant to be, but I was impatient, and I went through tough time in between because I couldn't sleep at night. I thought probably my career is over. I don't have the strength to hit a cricket ball. All those thoughts started creeping in my mind, and it was a tough phase, and I prayed to God that, just give me one more chance, please. I have to play cricket. I can't stop now.
You've often spoken yourself and all your teammates, every coach, every person associated with the game who's played with you or been around you, speaks of how you prepare for each game, for each series. There's so much practice and there's so much preparation that goes into it. And of course your focus, which is legendary. Would you say that, these two are probably your greatest strengths? Apart from the technical correctness of balance and footwork, but just in terms of, mentally, these would be your two greatest strengths which have pulled you together through all these 20 years.
I've always believed that, before any event, I need to prepare myself to the best of my ability. And then after that, whatever has to happen will happen. But if I have not prepared myself to go out and deliver, then I'm not heading in the right direction. I need to give myself proper chance to succeed, and if I can do that, then I'm doing my bit.
And what would you then say is your greatest strength?
Well, I think I'm a positive person. I'm optimistic. I'm always thinking positively. Always thinking of doing something special, doing something big. And I think I'd like to compete hard. I mean, I'd like to compete hard, but also at the same time being fair.
So many people that we speak to and we ask them about you say that they really can't pick a weakness in Sachin Tendulkar as a cricketer or a human being. The only one that I came across was from one of your teammates, Harbhajan Singh, who said that if there is such a thing as a weakness in Sachin, it's probably that he gets really down and depressed when he doesn't score. Would you say that's one weakness, that you get really down if you don't go out there and score?
No, I don't get down actually. If I don't do well batting, then I would want to do something special if I'm bowling or fielding. I think about my batting. I think about how I will overcome this and how I will make it up in the next match for this loss. And if I have done well, then again I would be thinking, how can I get better? I don't like losing. I hate losing. If I'm competing and if I'm representing my nation, then every time I go out, I should be thinking of winning and nothing else. And that is something which I look to do. And while doing that, there are many things which go on in my mind. Then it's fine. I'm okay with that.
You've spoken about the loneliness sometimes of, when you do really well, but somehow the team's cause has not helped in terms of winning. They haven't won the match, but you've done really well. And there's a certain loneliness associated with that. Any particular innings that made you feel that way? Whether it was the century in Chennai against Pakistan or maybe more recently in Hyderabad when you scored that 175 against Australia.
There have been occasions. I mean, I've done well, but we've still ended up losing, and that's part and parcel of any cricketer. Hyderabad, everyone was happy, but I mean, we were disappointed. I was feeling terrible because we had come so close and it didn't work out. It was disappointing, and also not only this, but there have been so many instances where I've done well and it has not worked out well for us. So that's a disappointment because it's not about individuals, it's about team, it's about India. And then there have been various occasions where I've not scored many runs and we've won. And I was jumping at the end of the day straight because that is what matters to us.
Your century at Perth, just at the age of 19, often gets spoken and is always referred to when describing your batting as one of the best test centuries and certainly one of your best test centuries. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I would say so. Perth was definitely one of the top innings that I've played. But I would rate last year when we played in Chennai against England. Because given the circumstances, I felt yes, I mean, that was one particular match where before that the entire nation's mood was low, and understandably because it was a terrible thing to have happened, and so many people lost their loved ones and dear ones, and it's difficult to replace that with anything else, however well you play or whatever you do. But when you lose a loved one, there is no greater loss than that. But we were able to win that test match, and even for a fraction I felt we were able to divert their mind somewhere else.
You've played.
So it was our achievement.
And it was very special, of course.
Yes.
You've played with several generations of Indian cricketers, but this one particular decade has seen many firsts in Indian cricket. What is it about this particular generation?
I think we've definitely got more match winners at this stage, without any doubt. We've had players who've gone away from India and done exceedingly well, and also the bowlers who've gone and got the opposition out twice. I think it's important to get the opposition out twice. So we've been able to do that, and that's the prime reason. In one-day cricket also we've had some terrific players, and the fielding factor also, I would say, yes. I mean, all these factors put together, I think all in all I would say that it's been a lot of fun playing with all the players, and wonderful to be part of this team. Terrific atmosphere of the team.
The best team that you've ever played in?
I don't like comparisons. I mean, though in our dressing room so many times we wonder whether this team is better or 2003 World Cup is better, because in 2003 we played some fantastic cricket. I hate comparisons. I don't like comparisons. I would like to respect the fact that even 2003 team did well, and 2008, 2009 now, and I'm glad that I'm part of both. So it's wonderful.